have this weird park. I don't even know what it is.
What do you mean?
Well, they say that this right here is technically a park.
This?
It looks like a parking lot.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
This is a parking lot, yes.
Yeah, but look
it's
at
not
the sign. It says it's a park.
Oh.
And on Google
well, it's got, you know, parking lot has park in it, so they're getting there. Welcome back to our 5th episode of Block by Block, the Chicago Neighborhood Adventure Series. I have a real agenda today, and it's got a bit of a story behind it. You see, a couple months ago, my friend Andy moved from Lakeview to Uptown. I was trying to convince him not to, not only because it's so much further away, but also because I've heard some really nasty things about Uptown. So this episode is Andy proving to me that Uptown can still be a worthwhile place. Uptown is one of Chicago's community areas, the officially recognized neighborhoods. It has a lot of little areas within it, like residential Buena Park and the Southeast Asian portion of Argyle Street, that has been dubbed many different names, including New Chinatown and Little Saigon. Being a community area, Uptown has very solid boundaries. They are Foster on the north, Clark and Ravenswood sharing the west, Montrose and Irving Park bordering the south, and the east side opens to Lake Michigan. Here's a little historical perspective for you. Originally, back in the day, the so-called high-class area of Chicago was actually on the south side. But Uptown helped change all that. It became an entertainment district in the 1920s, attracting the rich to settle on the north side, spending their money at jazz clubs, department stores, and theaters, among many other things. For a brief time in the early 1900s, there were even a bunch of movie studios in the area. But when the stock market crashed, Uptown went with it and never quite recovered. As the years went by, the higher-income citizens started to flock to the suburbs, leaving the area desolate. So, knowing this, there are a lot of historical things to see in Uptown, and I always like that. One place I know of that I've always wanted to go is called the Graceland Cemetery. It's actually right up at, I believe it's at Irving Park and Clark Street, roughly. It's a huge, ornate graveyard where most of Chicago's rich and famous have been buried, and Andy and I are going to meet up and stop by there. What's up? That's nice. So, I've been standing here for a while, and I think that you should get this tattooed on you.
No, that's not happen. No, it isn't. It's awesome.
Because I am terrified to walk around here at night sometimes, because I've seen some pretty creepy people.
Well, no, Uptown's a really weird mix because it's such a big area.
It is. It's a huge area.
It's such a weird mix of people. Like, my street is...
Your street's pretty nice. It's full of old mansions, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple of really old mansions. And, you know, we have nice places to go eat dinner, and I mean...
Yeah.
But it's sprinkled with character. It's like the little brown bits at the bottom.
Character? Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the little brown bits that are all full of flavor at the bottom of a pot after you like make a roast that you make the gravy from.
Oh, okay. I guess that's an apt description.
Yeah. I only make apt descriptions.
Unfortunately, as we soon found out, Graceland Cemetery is very strict about their videotaping policies. So if you're interested, I guess you'll just have to check it out for yourself. We also found out that they close relatively early in the day and have a pretty tight security force. I remember I read like an article, I think it was like the Tribune, did an article about like how there was such a high concentration of drug addicts and transients and homeless people and a lot of felons and like dangerous violent criminals who live up in this area.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
As far as I go, I haven't seen it, so I mean,
yeah.
I don't necessarily feel like I live in an unsafe neighborhood. I mean, I've never once felt threatened walking around. I mean,
yeah.
The most you get is, you know, a guy that may or may not have had a few adult beverages that is just kind of wandering around and with a screw or two loose. And I mean, every neighborhood's going to have that. I don't think there's been a neighborhood I've lived in Chicago that hasn't had that. The other thing is, like, police-wise,
yeah.
I see a fairly good police presence in the neighborhood. Hey look, it's Derek!
Woo! After our eventful cemetery visit, my friend Derek gave us a call. He works at an elementary school right across the street from the cemetery.
What's up, man? Nice jacket.
How's it going?
Look at you being all responsible and teaching and whatnot.
I know, right?
So we met up and he joined us on our trek north toward Argyle, where we were planning on grabbing some Vietnamese food at a place called Tank Noodle. I like the station because it has like the that sort of Asian thing on it.
It's a hat.
Asian hat? Yes.
It's an Asian building hat.
Okay, so my camera ran out of batteries, and in order to buy batteries at the dollar store, there was a $5 minimum because I didn't have cash, so I had to buy these bacon crackers, and that's what I'm going to eat until we get to the restaurant that we're going to eat at. So, bacon crackers. And, oh yeah, and a Diet Coke. Really good.
Are they actually getting...
They have like a subtle hint of bacon to them. Are you enjoying the bacon cracker? No? You want to spit it out? Later in the evening, we doubled back and grabbed a drink at the Green Mill, a jazz club that was supposedly one of Al Capone's main hangout spots. So here's a little fast fact action for you. The average rental price for a studio is about $550 to $700. For a 2-bedroom, $1,200 to $1,500. The crime rating is yellow. As far as local transportation goes, all the red line stops between Sheridan and Argyle will get you to some part of Uptown. The number 22 and number 36 and number 151 buses also pass through it, all coming from downtown. To sum it up, all previous judgment aside, Uptown's a pretty cool place. It's Chicago, past and present, from pretty much every angle.
I like where I live.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of what I'm saying, like, I have very little experience here, but it's just all things that I've read, and like...
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is statistics. And people who never really step one foot onto where they're talking about and go completely off of information.